Grand Rising, Kingdom Greetings, Great Awakening, Siami family, Betu Abu Beno Betus, Habari Ashibuhi, Habari Mchana, Habari Njuni. Yes. So wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in, welcome. Welcome to my channel. I thank the Most High for each and every one of you. I thank you for always tuning in whenever you can. Leave a comment, leave a question, leave some feedback, let me know um, your trend of thoughts on what is going on and where your transitioning is, what your transition is, and how are you on your journey, on your awakening journey, on your enlightenment journey, whichever journey you're on, whatever transitioning phase or stage that you're in. You're going from being married to not being married, from not being married to being married, whatever your transitioning situation is, your transitioning is, I will be happy to hear from you. You understand and overstand. And just so much. I know my time of meditation and my time of just reflecting and wanting to hear from the Most High. And I don't, everybody who knows me know that I try to come only when there is truly a divine message or some kind of insight that the Most High has given me. Because it's all about transitioning our thinking to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. All of that is a part of who we are and what we're trying to do. Yeah, excuse to hear, child. All praises to the Most High, you know. And so for me, I'm eternally grateful for being able to sit in the presence of the Most High and to be able to hear, you know, there are persons that but they come and give you a word from an itchy ear perspective, and that is not what I want to do. I want to be able to truly hear divine downloads and share. Because in this season of knowledge and information, there's so much information out there. There's so much information that is being given out. There's so much information that is being shared. And we have to have a serious, strong discernment, in terms of discerning the information that we have, being able to cipher through it. Because what I realize now, too, family, is AI is so believable. Like somebody could take my voice and take a picture of me and put it in an AI form and speak to that AI, and you would think it's me that is speaking because they're using my voice and they're bringing you a message, but it's not me. I was like, wow, technology has seriously advanced. Technology has really gone to the next step. You understand? And we must be careful that we could be seeing somebody's face. They could AI us, they could, and put our voice there, and it's not us. It is somebody totally different. You're thinking they're just cloning the body, but they're now be able to use your voice and transmit a message as if it's you. We are in some serious times, and this is where discernment and relationship with the divine creator is so important. This is where you have to know who you are, where you stand, and and hold on to that and know your belief system, your knowing system, because the belief system could change. But when you're anchored in, is a whole totally different thing. So yeah, that was something that was downloaded also when I was watching something, and the person was saying welcome to this person and welcome to the other person, and I'm like, but these people didn't travel, so how could you be welcoming them into a ceremony that they didn't travel to? You see? but they use that person's voice and speak in that person's voice as if that person was welcoming these people to the ceremony that they were to, but the people that they were inviting and saying welcome to was not there, literally not there. They had not traveled. So I'm just saying, in this season of knowledge and in this season of AI, we have to be very, very careful in terms of who we're listening to and what we're listening to at this time. So hopefully that you know that this is me. This is not an AI that is speaking to you. I have this is me and not a machine, a robot. You see why I'm recognizing why sometimes when you signing into something, they say click the box to make sure that it's not a robot, because that's how advanced technology has come. That people can use bots. They use bots to trade for us. When you're doing trading on the stock market or stuff like that now, a lot of the Bitcoin trading and all that stuff, you can use bots. You can use machine. You don't have to trade yourself. Just put your money there and let the machine work for you. The machine don't need to go have no sleep and no rest, or the machine can work 24 hours. Why is you getting your rest machine working for you? You get up the next morning and find that you now spend $100 to buy some Bitcoins. And when you wake up in the morning, you're a millionaire because that machine worked all night trading on the trading blocks for you. I'm not, this is just information purposes. This is not giving no advice or anything like that. I'm just saying how advanced AI has come, or I should say returning to, because we know that there was already advanced technology here and they suppressed it and hide it and stuff like that. And now it's being returned, and it's returning so rapidly, so quickly, that a lot of us don't know how to make the adjustments. So as you saw my topic, who were the people that was here? And where did that topic come from? And then the next thing is the power in the name, right? I think that's what I said, the power in the name. Let me make sure that's what I said, because I would say, yeah. Who were the other people that was here? And there is power in a name. There is power in a name. And so who were the other people that were here came from? I was just meditating, as I said earlier. I was meditating, and all of us had that question back in the day. Now, let me say all of us, some of us. Some of us had that question back in the day when we read the story with Cain and Abel, and how Cain killed Abel, and then how the Most High told Cain that the blood of Abel was crying out from the land and all this different stuff. And then they said Cain was barred or chased out or exiled. He was exiled. And then the Most High, the divine creator, put a mark on him that he was not going to be able to be destroyed or killed or whatever have you. And so my question was, who were the other people that were here that he was going to go and get married to? So somebody said to me, in the book of Jubilees and in the book of, the Apocryphas anyway, they talk about Adam and Eve having other children and stuff like that. So Cain married one of his sisters or whatever have you, stuff like that. And it sounds good in writing, right? But truth be told, we know that ain't true. And if that's the case, right? Why the big separation in us in terms of who is Nilot, who is Cushite, who is Bantu, who is Gentiles? How did all of those things happen? How the separation of our bloods transpire when it was only Noah and his 3 sons and their wives? And even before you even get to Noah and his 3 sons and their wives, let's go back still to Cain and Abel, to Cain. And who were these other people who was occupying that they were so vile? And okay, yeah, we say, Well, the giants came and they slept with the daughters of man. Who were these daughters of man that the giants slept with? Questions, questions, questions. I know, right? Me, that's me. Me and my time of meditation. I'm telling you, it be some deep questions. And so, because we're now in the age of information and knowledge is increasing, I now understand or understand or understand when they said in the scriptures that there will be a great falling away. Why is there going to be a great falling away? Because a lot of people are no longer going to believe the way they thought we were going to believe. They thinking it's a bad thing. The falling away and the separation is a bad thing, but it's a good thing because people are waking up. We've been having a falling away from how long now? How many years? People left and became Hebrew Israelites. People are leaving Muslim and becoming Christians, leaving Christians and Christianity and becoming Muslims, leaving all of them and becoming New Age, leaving New Age and becoming whatever. People leave Baptist and become Pentecostal, leave Pentecostal and become Apostolic, leave Catholic and become Anglican. There's all kind of falling away that has happened and is happening. And so we cannot get caught up in all those things. So that was my first trend of thought in my time of meditation. So I don't know if any of you may have been having those same trend of thoughts, like who were the other people that was here that does Cain was able to marry? The giants, according to the scriptures, the fallen angels, the watchers, the ones who are supposed to be protecting us, come down and sleep with the daughters of man. Who are these daughters of men? Do you understand? Who was these people that so occupied this earth? Did Seth sleep with his sister, one of his sisters, and had children? Did you understand? If it was their what they call that thing when family members are sleeping with one another and stuff like that, keeping it into the royal bloodline type of situation. If there was only one man and one woman that occupied this earth that was created. Anyway, moving right along. So that was my first trend of thought in terms of who are these people? Because now I'm hearing so many things. I know all of you. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one hearing about Anunnakis and the Greys and what these other people is the reptilians and all of these other things is out there. All of this information out there. I'm not the only one hearing these things. I'm quite sure many of you are hearing these things too. And they're coming up. And if you haven't, then I introduced you. There's many stories and versions of what's happening and what has transpired and how we all came about and came to being and all that different stuff and star series and all that different stuff. But the one thing is irrefutable is that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We know that for sure. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We know that this flesh is only a house, our space suit for this phase of environment that we are living in. We know that for sure. But the other thing that was in my meditation was the power in a name. The power in a name. And how we know that there's power in a name is because when we look at what some of our brothers and sisters that was in captivity, that was taken into slavery, or when people come and quote unquote conquer our land, how they rename places and things and people. So my question there again will be, who give us the name? Who give us these names? Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Brazil, Bahamas, Who gave me, my mom gave my name Shemaine. What's the power in the name? Why did they change the Messiah's name to Jesus? Why? Why they had us for so long calling on a name that was not original name of the Messiah? There's power in the name because when you call on a name, you're calling on that person, you're calling on that character, you're calling on that energy, you're calling on, so you're calling on that power. When you name something or someone, you're giving it power by the name you give it. Because if I say Princess Margaret Hospital, we automatically think about Princess Margaret. And so what we do is when we say Princess Margaret, the more we call her name, the more we giving her that name power. That's why it says when you call on the name of JC, you're giving that name power. It isn't so much even if that name have power, you giving that name power. When we say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if these names, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, would change from its original name, because when you look at all of those names, Peter, James, John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, all of them are what? English names, British names. Could it be that those who were the scribes put the names of their children in the Bible in terms of renaming books? Because these supposed to be 66 books. Why are these books named after people? Why are these books named after people? Why name after man? Why Esther, Ruth, Naomi? These names are less than 2,000-year-old names. Great to see you too. CME. Habari. What time is it? Habari Machana. Habari Gioni. And so why are we still calling on these names? Paul, Peter, Jeremiah, Isaac, James. They are all modern names. All of them less than 2,000 years. What are we giving our names to? And let me tell you something. Something else came in my spirit, and I'm going to say it. I know some people, please do not be offended. I'm saying that for up top because all of this is a part of my meditation. So I'm talking to you freely today. It isn't something that is scripted. It's just what was downloaded and a part of my my meditation. Okay, we say the name Jesus. You know, kingdom greetings, Dr. Sandifer. Good to have you also. So watch this. We said the name Jesus was transliterated from Joshua. What was Joshua transliterated from? Because Joshua is still a modern name, still less than 1,000 years, 2,000 years name. You see? So now, something else the Most High rests in my spirit. We know that through listening to Brother Jonathan, he talked about Simone Toko. And we know now from some Muzungus and secret services and stuff like that. This man truly existed and they did some things with him and stuff like that. We know also Pastor Mello talk about Simon Toko. He talk about the third secret of Fatima and stuff like that. Those of us who been on this journey in terms of this Bantu awakening thing for a while. But Simon Toko was a man in the flesh. He was a Messiah, yes. He was a chosen one, yes, to come and awaken us and prophesy and tell them what was to come and stuff like that. I'm not disputing it. There's another one that they have there in Angola, the Congo, Kimbangu, was also another prophet. But now they have the Kimbangu church and the Kimbangu, and you understand me, the Tokalese church and stuff like that. All of these things, as I was meditating, I'm not disputing whatever these people did, because all done some things, done some great work. I don't know the great work. I'm not a witness of the great work. I know the testimonies of what Simon Toko went through, and them cutting him up, then put part out of his body and all this different stuff. Yes, he's a man in the flesh. I know Kimbangu, they say also he was a man in the flesh, but he was a prophet, and he started a church inside Angola or wherever it was that he start this church. These are things that I heard. These are not stuff that I have proven evidence and facts to, but that I've heard. Okay, but what the Most High is saying to me is, and what I was getting download is this: we are still going from Christianity and giving power to Jesus and calling on the name of Jesus. We're going to now Simon Toko. We become, you understand, worshipers of just like how the Muslims with their Muhammad and stuff like that. We are still diverting. No, people are still still diverting and going through a man that was in the flesh to go to the Messiah, to go to the Most High. When we had direct download access, we have direct access to the source, to the creator, to the Most High. We're still practicing going through someone. Well, I'm not practicing going through someone no more. I go in directly to the source. I don't even call these names no more. I try to use it in terms of courtesy, in terms of if somebody's talking to me and stuff like that. Fine. If there's somebody is, still using Tatan and Zambi or Sonini na Nini or Kuswa Congo guy, Mungu and all that stuff. Me, direct. Most High, divine creator, source of life. That's the direction I choose to take. Because I find that all of these names are attributes of who the Most High was and presented himself through the eyes of these persons. And so that's the name they gave him. Just as I said, they say, you see, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Sinkanu, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Mekadash. All of them are characteristics of the divine creator. Just like I could say, Sandifer. He's a characteristic. He's God embodied in the flesh of Sandifer. He's God in the body of Makongo Congo. Mari Congo or whatever. Sorry, I don't know, messing up your name. He is God in the flesh of Shemaine. So whoever you are the embodiment of the divine creator in the flesh. That's why the Messiah that they call Jesus could say, but ye are gods. Because we are a part of him in us, in this flesh. That's why he said we have direct access to the throne. Come boldly to him. Some of us, we now move beyond this, and some people are into metaphysics, and some people are into, so many different ways of I'm not getting into the logistics, right? But these are some of I'm just letting you into my head, into my meditation time this week. I'm just trying to let you see that the Most High, the divine creator, is expanding our thinking beyond the mere flesh of man. And everything they try to jam down our throat and make us to hold on to and worship. Make us to worship a man, worship a name. There's power in a name. And when you start calling on that name, you're giving that name power. You are now taking the power from yourself and rendering it over to someone else, whereas it's power that you could now operate. I decree and declare divine favor on my life. I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender and not the moon. I am a money magnet. I will never see another broke day in my life. I owe no man nothing but love. I am the lender, not the borrower. You see what I'm saying? So what you're doing is you're taking your power away. I am healed. I am healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm wise. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm an overcomer. I could lay my hands on my own self and tell sickness, you cannot dwell in this body. I have the power to decree. Blood, you got to line up. Pressure, you got to line up. Vision, you got to line up. Heart, you got to line up. Liver, you got to line up. But if we keep on seeking external power, then we become frustrated because it doesn't happen. Because where is God in all of this? Because nobody has taught us, is teaching us that we have the power within ourselves. Oh, you got to go to this church and go and get a spiritual bath. You got to go and buy a goat and a cow and slaughter it for the land to accept you. All of them is rituals and rudiments of man, doctrines of man, a culture of people. I'm so happy that I'm becoming so liberated and so free that hold back the tears, Father. It hurts my heart to see how much people are still worshiping man and believe that if they don't call on the name of a man or a prophet, that things will not happen for them. Things will not work in their favor. If they don't shed in the blood of a goat or a cow or a chicken, if they don't sow a seed, give unto the prophet and get a prophet's reward. I'm not saying don't give. Give if something's laid in your spirit, in your heart, to give, to be a blessing to someone, to help someone, because you know, hey, they in need. And even if you don't know whether they're in need, but because it was resting your spirit to give to someone, I'm not saying don't give. What am I saying is this: wake up to self. Do not give your power over to a name. Do not give your power over to a movement. Too many people are being hurt. Too many people are being frustrated. Too many people are being disappointed. Too many people have broken expectations. Because they gave their power to someone who named apostle, a prophet, a pastor, a nabi, a prophetess. You see? a seer, a deliverer, a politician, give their powers away to a name, and you become frustrated and angry and disappointed and isolated, broken expectations because you're expecting things to happen in such and such a way. Hold on for me for 1 second, family. Sorry about that. I needed to get some light inside the room. It's time to get that. We had a beautiful sunset. I wish I could have shown you my sunset, but the sun is now going down. Yes, so we give our powers over to a name, a following, a culture. Many of us who came out of Christianity, we know how dogma, how adamant we was. If you didn't call on the name, call on the name. Deliverance come in that name. Power is in that name. Healing is in that name. Salvation is in that name. How many people was calling on that name and still died? Never was healed. And even him himself never called on nobody's name. Never called on anybody's name. He always tell people, your faith has made you whole. Your faith has healed you. Your belief system. If you believe you heal, you heal. If you believe this cloth can heal you, then you heal. If you believe I can spit on the ground and put it in some dirt and put it on your eyes and you will be able to see, you will see. Because why? That's how bad you want to see. So you see. You use your voice. What would thou have me to do? I would like my sight. Okay, take up your bed and go. You want your sight? Okay, your sight there. You just got to believe that your sight is there. Well, I got cancer and the doctor tell me I got stage 4 cancer. Do you have stage 4 cancer? See? Or is the doctor trying to make some money for you? But I feel a lump inside. Okay. But did you speak to the lump and say, okay, now lump, I feel you here, I acknowledge you, but now you can go. But the doctor showed me a lab report. How you know the doctor and the labs ain't working together? How you know the doctors and the technicians ain't working together? Listen, okay, we got one now. Let's tell them they got cancer and they got to do chemotherapy and radiation and all these different things. We could get another. They got a good insurance. So we could get some money from this insurance company. Yeah, we got a good one. Good candidate. We could string them along for about 2 or 3 years. Yeah, but 2 or 3 years worth of money out of them. Power in the name. Because the minute you hear the name cancer, the power in that name send fear. Oh, I get cancer. Oh, no, say everybody get cancer this time. Power in the name. Oh, diabetes. The doctor said I have diabetes for the rest of my life. I got to take these medication. Power in the name. Oh, the doctor said I got glaucoma. Oh, I can start losing my sight. Power in the name. Oh, the president is coming to town, so they got to shut down everything. Power in the name. They changed the name to Lake Victoria. So everybody calling Lake Victoria. What was the original indigenous name before Lake Victoria? What power is in Victoria? We give it Victoria power. Power in the name. Where are some of these names and their origin? Where's the origin of the name Paul, the name Peter, the name James, the name John? Have we ever go and did the research and see where's the origin of these names? The name James and John and the name Jeremiah, Nehemiah, Uriah, Ariel, Gabriel, Michael, Archangel Michael. How in the world an angel who's supposed to be from infinity can have such a common name as Michael? Huh? Or Ariel. Oh, Archangel Michael, come with your flaming swords. I know you're some people say, oh, this woman, she really gone. I'm thinking now, I'm using my full brains now. I'm just using 10%. I'm sitting in meditation. And we should meditate day and night. That we may be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters that bringeth forth its fruits. What fruits are we bringing forward? What revelation we're bringing forward by sitting and meditating? Meditate on these words. Sitting just in nature and listen. Why do you think they do a lot of renaming of things? Because they know if I take the original name from something, I'm taking away the power, making it a lesser power by giving it a lesser the name that doesn't have as much power. So if I take away the name of Africa, Igbo land, or whatever the name was before they give the name Africa, why am I taking away that name? Why am I renaming the Lake Victoria? Why am I naming the islands Bahamas? Why am I changing the name from various countries? Why change Kenya name? Why change DRC, Congo name? Why change Angola name? Why change Nigeria name? Why change Cameroon name? Why change these names? Because if people understood where they truly come from and the name of the land that they came from, they'll understand the power that working inside of them. They start walking with their heads held up and stop walking with their heads held down, looking down. So renaming something or someone, you take away their power. I don't know, many of us watch the movie Roots. Many watch the movie Roots. When they tell the young boy his name is Toby, he said, no, his name is Kunta Kinte. No, and they beat him to change his name to Toby. Why? Even them knew the power in the name Kunta Kinte. Even though that was a movie, I'm just saying in terms of renaming someone or renaming something, the power that name holds. That they come here to the, and I watch this, they come here on the continent, and our people have powerful names. But because of the colonized mindset, they believe the Mzungu name or the British name or the German name or the French name is better than their own native name. When their native name have stronger powers and stronger meaning than the colonizer's name. So they rename them so they can have dominion and control over them. Your name represented who colonized you. Oh, his name is Francisco. Oh, he was colonized by the French. Oh, her name is Suan. Oh, yeah. The English colonized them. You understand? So when they rename you, they lesser your power also. They strip you from your power. And they're so proud of these. Anyway, renamed. So when they rename you, you give and they take away. It's power. The power of what someone calls you and what you call yourself. There is power. There's power in what someone called you and what you call yourself. Because watch this. Parents, please be careful of what you call your children. The nicknames you give your children. Be careful. Because that nickname grows onto that child and you start seeing that child acting in the way that Boo-Boo, the clown, Bobo, the clown. You start calling yourself, your child, Frog. You start seeing your child leaping from here and there, kind of no stability, leaping around like a frog. You call your child stupid. You call your child dumb. That's name. There's power in those names. And those children start to replicate the name that you call them. And the spirit world don't know joke. When you call somebody something, even say you may say you joking. There's no joke in the realms of the spirit. When you say that, there's no joke. Recognize with it. That word now becomes a spirit, and that spirit attaches itself to that person. There's power in names. Many are not operating in the full potential because the name that was attached and that they were called. And there's so much potential inside the person, but the potential can't come forward because they don't understand that that name that has been called over their life for all their life has now manifested and has taken control. And they want to talk about, oh, the spirit fight me and this demon. No, it's the power in a name. What are you calling yourself? What are you allowing people to call you? What? There's power in the name, man. There's very much power. Why do you think they changed all of the names? What was the original names of the disciples? What was the original name of these books that we call in the Bible? What was the original names of the scrolls that they translate and transliterate these from? Why there are so much additions to these books? 1611, 1995, 1996, 1997. Revised, power has been extracted and lesser power is being given. And you wondering why you're running around and around in a circle and can't accomplish anything? That's why for me, I choose now just the Most High, the divine creator, the source of life, the creator of life. Because who could name, listen, if the creator created everything, who could name the creator? Only thing we could do is give it a name according to the manifestation that has been manifested in us. He's been manifested as my provider. You are my provider. Thank you for providing for me. You are my healer. Thank you for. But all of that is already in us. He's given us the ability. The divine creator has given us that ability. I just hope I say something that has encouraged somebody, that sparked you to think, that has sparked you to go deeper, to spark you to sit and meditate and just allow yourself to become one and allow that information that's come into you and be like, wow, thank you. Thank you for loving me this much to reveal yourself to me, to reveal these things to me, to reveal the hidden secrets to me, that I don't walk in ignorance and walk in error. I don't walk blindfolded. I don't walk deaf. There's power in a name. So please be careful of what you allow people to call you and what you call yourself. Because whatever you allow people to call you will manifest itself in your life. And whatever you call yourself, that is who you will become. So, if you don't like what somebody calling you or called you, don't answer to it and counterattack it and say, that is not who I am. I dismantle that name because that name is not me. That name will not be tagged to me. That name is not a part of my character. That name is not a part of who I am. I'm not slow. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I'm not retarded. I'm not mentally challenged. I'm not emotionally unstable. I'm not a turtle. I'm not a dog. I'm not a bee. ITCH. Do not allow people to tag names on you that you are not. And if they call you a name, go and research the origin of the name. Don't call yourself a name because it sounds good. Oh, the high priest gave me this name. Oh, the pastor gave me this name. Oh, the prophet gave me this name. Go research that name before you say, woo, and take that name and attach it to you. Like I could say this. They give me the name Wambui when the Kikuyus gave me the name Wambui. And the name Wambui means one who loves to sing, or singer. The other aspect of Wambui is this, is a clan of leaders. So that the Wambui name is affiliated with leaders and one who loves to sing. One, anybody know me? I love to sing. I might not be able to hold the tone long, but I love to sing. Number two, I've always been a leader, and I'm the firstborn. I was a leader when I was in school. I'm a leader now. So the name Wambui, from a Kikuyu aspect of it and what the name means, it is literally who I am. The power in that name. Now, my birth name, Shamin, is an English name, meaning chimney. Anybody who is in England know what a chimney is. Man, those who got what you call a fireplace know what a chimney is. That's where smoke have to go through a chimney so you don't die of smoke inside your house. So chimney is a way of an escape from toxin. For toxin has to escape through a chimney. So when I flow inside that gift of deliverance, sickness and stuff like that, let me put it like this, an empath or a healer, I have that gift of being a conduit. That sickness can what? Pass through me. I could pull a sickness out of somebody. I don't know what they call it, Reiki healing and stuff like that. There's so many different names to that same one thing. So even as the name Shaman means chimney, one that smoke passed through, and every now and then what happens? The chimney need to be cleaned. So sometimes the chimney got to shut down and go on a fast and be cleaned out and detoxify and stuff like that. So in spite of whichever name, whether I take on the name Wambui or I've been living with my name Shamin all these years of my life, I've been flowing in it, detoxifying people, making sure that anybody that comes around me that is toxic becomes untoxic. Yeah, I've been flowing in my name. So there's power. Check your name out, what it means, and have you been operating in it? And if you're dissatisfied, unsatisfied with what your name is and what it means, you now change the meaning of your name. You have the power to change the meaning of your name. Yeah. You could and script it. Changing it, only just saying it. Changing it is scripting it, because what they did, when they say Shamin means chimney, you go on Google, you put the name Shamin inside Google, it can come up, meaning chimney. So you now, if you don't like the meaning of your name, you could script it and put it down. The name Eric means prophet. Eric means mighty. Eric means strong. Eric means resilient. You see? You could change it. Power in the name. So I heard this quotation several times from several different people. It doesn't matter what people call you. It is what you answer to. What are you answering to? What name are they calling you and you're answering to? Family, I love you. I thank the Most High for each and every one of you. I trust that you are having an amazing day thus far, wherever you're at, or if your day is coming to an end like mine, that you had an amazing day and you now would take back authority over your name, on the name that they called you, or the names that you call yourself, call your spouse, call your children, call your loved ones, call anyone. You take back those. You choose wisely. Let me say take back, yes. But you choose wisely the name that you answer to and the name that you call, and you speak over people. I love each and every one of you. I'm eternally grateful every day for those that the Most High has placed in my path, for those that He has used time and time again to be a blessing to me, and for me to be able to be a blessing to them. Let me say be a blessing, but an encouragement, be a gift. I'm eternally grateful. And so I know that there's so much more to us, so much more to come. And we are living in the best of times. Don't put no, we are living the best and worst of times at the same time. No, we're living in the best of times. Because the best of times is the times that you make it. Times don't make you. You make time, because you are here on a journey to experience things. And whatever you're experiencing is what you now creating for yourself to experience through your thought, through your speech, through what you write down. What are you thinking? What are you saying? What are you writing? About yourself? About your surroundings, your environment? We are in worlds within worlds. We are a mighty force to reckon with when we truly pay attention to who we are. So once again, I love you, family. Matando Masaka. What else I want to say? Matando Masaka. Nakupenda sana. Zolo Kwingi. Yeah. And Asante sana. Let us continue to live life on purpose, with purpose and for purpose. Let us continue to stay present. Yeah. Let's stay present. And also, let us be gentle with ourselves, because we are on a journey. We're not in a race. We are on a journey. And this journey does not end until we transition from this life to life. We don't die. We go from life to life. Much love, family. Until next time, and in between time, take care of yourself. Much love.